Hello everybody and welcome to another video from Egne. I had a request in one of the comments in my last video asking for me to do a video about what I perceive as the best free-to-play shooter ants in this game. So that's what we're going to be going through today. Again, this is my opinion. The chart that me and Carver made that I'll show is also our opinion. This opinion is based off of testing and personal use. He's a carrier main, I'm a shooter main, but I dabble with guardians. So it's still our opinion, and it's based off the testing with what we have. We don't have all the ants all started up and maxed out, so some ants change as they're started up, like Golden Venom and Nimble Tree and quite a few others. So don't slaughter me in the comments if you disagree with something, but here we go, we'll get into it. I'll go ahead and put the chart that me and Carver made up on the screen first. Feel free to pause it and you can look over it. We also have it in our Discord, so you can look over it there as well. And we'll get right into the rest of the video, but the chart should help you out in a few different things. Again, it's all opinion based off of our testing, but it also has things that'll help you in the underground maze as far as what each ant's ability is to be able to hit the weakness of that cave creature. So alright, now you guys have all seen our chart, we'll get right into it. So for me, personally, I've kind of break it up into several things because combinations are what really make this game go around. So an ant that necessarily isn't the best as a standalone ant, when it's in combination with things, that's where they really start to shine. For instance, one like Nimble Tree Ant, it's not very good with no stars, but once you have it start up a little bit, and especially with the new Godzilla, which it procs off the normal attack damage, that's where it really starts to shine. Which, yeah, see, you see right here, 60% chance to allow our 2 random squads to normal attack one more time, lasting for 1 round, which if you pair that with the Godzilla, which acts as a hold on, we'll look at this one too. Yeah, normal attack damage again, and then yeah, after another normal attack has 70% chance to deal 250 damage, but that's a skill damage, so that's different than normal. But if you look at Godzilla, this heat wave that it has, with it as a helper or when it's leading, shooter ants the chances to trigger a heat ray. That acts as a normal attack, so that stacks with Nimble Tree's skills, which make it even more valuable, plus with its combat speed upgrade, etc., etc. Now there's also people will say that Slim Arch has fallen out of style, that Slim Arch is not as good anymore. And as a standalone ant, I agree. But again, it's one of those ants that is best used in combination, like with Giant Tooth, because then you have a double silence effect going on. So with that being said, as far as for frontline and for combination, Nimble Tree Ant, Giant Tooth, and Slim Arched are all very, very good ants to be having in your frontline or in combination in your marches, period. And those are all free to play. One of them's a season ant. I actually just got another Nimble myself, so I'm going to be starting it up. Those are all free. Those are by far the best to have for free to play in combination. I would personally put like Nimble in the front if you already kind of have a higher combat speed. I've seen some people run with a Nimble Giant Tooth combo, which that seems to work out well for them. It really depends on your play style one thing you have to realize is that shooters are by nature glass cannons, so you're trying to get in there and do as much damage as you can all at once. But as a totally free to play player, you also have to hold that balance of being able to exhaust or silence your enemies along the way to be able to make it through the entire fight. So that's why I suggest Nimble Tree, Giant Tooth, and Slim Arched. The Giant Tooth Slim Arch combo, I used to run that for a long time before they came out with any of these special ants that you could buy and all that crap. And I still see people run it to this day, and it does quite well for them. Now, moving on into the damage ants. You can run this in multiple combinations, whether it be Giant Tooth, Slim Arch, Reapmaster, or Wise Berserker, or any of those damage. Or you can run, like what I do is I run a Giant Tooth and then double DPS. Of course, I'm a pay-to-win player, so Lathy doesn't come into effect in this video because it was requested for free play. So for the damage dealers, the best ants, the absolute best one, I would have to say, is Wise Berserker. This ant is absolutely insane. It procs damage like crazy. I'm hoping to get another copy of it so I can start it up as well. But this is your go-to seek for a shooter damage ant. Now the next one up that is in the normal pool, I'd say, is Reapmaster. And Reapmaster has an extra added benefit because it has a chance to also silence or suppress them anyway. So that makes it very powerful, especially in the back row. Some of the other ones that you can also do, next up I would say, is probably Crimson Fragger. Fragger is another good constant damage dealer. It's good for PvE and PvP, so that's a good choice to make. Plus it has a Pierce effect, which can help with like Guardian Marches and just if you're struggling in general with someone's defense. Now moving on into ones that they used to be good, but they're no longer really that good. Banshee Velvet, for one, is absolutely trash. I wouldn't even bother. I mean, you can see mine is at level 1. Dusky Lurker is more for PvE, so it's not really for PvP. Acid General, also not a very good damage dealer, so I don't even bother with that one anymore. Gold Armor, it's only good really for PvE. It does alright for PvE. I actually ran it for quite a while, but there's just better options now. Jack Jumper is a fair, I would say, is probably, after the ones that I'd said that are the top-notch damage dealers, it's probably your next step down. So Jack Jumper is not very high on the totem pole, but it's something that's useful for a shoot 'em march. If you don't have a Reapmaster, you don't have a Wise Berserker, you can put in a Jack Jumper as a damage dealer. Golden Sugar, I'm not a fan of it. I know some people swear by it. I personally don't like it at all. I mean, I tend to eat them a lot for orange shells to be able to upgrade other things, but it also has a Pierce effect, so the argument could be made. I just find that its proc rate is pretty bad. The other decentish one is Bullet Ant. Bullet Ant also has a suppress, but some people, I see some people run it and it works decentish, but I wouldn't put it as a top tier. But I probably would put Bullet pretty much on the same level as Jack Jumper in the case of March lineups. And that pretty much covers free-to-play shooter marches, with the exception of Predator. Predator is just absolute garbage in my opinion. I won't ever use it. It on paper it should be a good ant, but for me, I just find that the proc rate is just not there. It's not worth the time. There's other general ones like Driver and Golden Spiny, but everybody should know by now that those are pretty garbage. But yeah, that pretty much covers it. I hope this helps everybody, and I hope that you got something out of this. And if you have any other requests, whether you want me to move into other troop types or combination testing, why I say some of the things I do, I'll be happy to explain. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.